Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. Today I want to ask, what does the ghost or ghosts with you want to tell you right now? So whether you're aware or not of this spiritual presence, I hope I can give you more insight about why they're with you today. So take a look at the 3 stickers. You can be drawn to more than one, and you can find all of the timestamps in the description below. And I will meet you at your reading, and let's reveal what the other side wants to say here today. Hello and welcome to your reading group 1. So first off, let's spray our protection spray to make sure we are all blessed and protected here today. Let's bring in the energy for those drawn to group number 1, and let's see what the spirit realm wants to tell you here today. So the overall message for you, group 1, is actually the first chakra, the base chakra, and it's all about independence. I know what my needs are, and I actively pursue them, knowing that I will be guided and provided for when I put in the effort. I open myself to all possibilities and participate fully in life. I use my imagination and my vision to initiate what I wish for, and I pursue it. I am not waiting to be rescued. I am not a victim. I am strong. So I feel like if you have any ghosts or spirits with you, this would be someone who is very independent, someone who is very strong, and someone who was never in a victim mentality, even if they didn't have the easiest of lives. And I feel like this person is kind of mirroring what you are going through right now, and they're coming through to you to tell you that if they could do it and they could get through it, so can you. So right now, group 1, I feel like you're really doing a lot of soul searching and deep diving of your mind, your psyche, to really figure out where you're at and what you want to do, not for everyone else, but for you. And instead of feeling that guilt or feeling like you should be pleasing someone or you're letting them down, it's about understanding that by not pursuing your goals, you're letting yourself down. And when you're not feeling fulfilled, how can you fully fulfill anyone else? So this is all about you, and whoever this is has your back. And it's like they're your number 1 fan, cheering you on in the spiritual sidelines. Okay, we have perfect timing here. So it's like they called into you at just the right time, because now you're tapped in. You needed to do some grounding work and some spiritual soul searching, as I said. And this spirit figured it's the perfect time to get you, because they know what you've been through. They've been there, done that, worn the t-shirt, and they want to remind you that even if everything feels like it's falling apart around you, this is so you can rebuild better and stronger. And as they say, after rock bottom, the only way is up. So this is a very positive, uplifting spirit, someone who would not allow the world or anyone else to make them feel like they're not good enough. And I kind of pick up that sense that maybe you've been doubting yourself. So this person has come, or spirit, to give you a kick up the ass. It's like there's such a strong energy and presence that they don't even feel like a spirit. They're very obvious and blatant. And if they have a message to get across, they're going to find a way, one way or another. So yeah, that's your channeled song, one way or another, group 1. And this spirit is going to find you and get you. And it's like now they've really gotten through. And even you clicking on this video is a sign in itself, or confirmation if you've been wondering about what's going on. Whoa, this wanted to fall before I was going to reveal this. So this is the broken arrow. It says to embrace the energy of peace. So that's the thing, group one. You mightn't feel at peace with yourself. In fact, you might be angry with yourself, feeling guilt or shame. And what you thought was peaceful is kind of breaking or crumbling around you. Your sense of self, maybe how you viewed the world, or a lie could have made everything come tumbling down, and you're questioning everything, especially yourself. But this is not the time to question yourself, because this is the perfect timing. And it's like the wheel just has to spin and the arrow needs to take aim. And now it's really hitting you. So something is hitting you. This came, I think, in reverse when I first pulled it. But now it went like this. So this person is telling you that you should not be in a victim mentality. Why? Because you are a winner. You are strong. And the fact you're doubting yourself is kind of cheapening your worth in a way. So this person, this spirit, they knew their worth. They were very self-confident. And what I mean by that is they didn't look to other people for their confidence or their validation, because they knew that that comes from within. And this is the message they're coming through to tell you, because they really care for you and they see you when you're crying. And even if you hide that from everyone else, you can't hide that from the ghost, because sometimes you have to see it to believe it. But even if you haven't fully seen it in the 3D, you're feeling it, you're experiencing it. And this is a spiritual journey and realization in itself. And they're telling you to relax, go with it. Don't be afraid, because fear and doubt is what holds us back the most. And guilt. Why should you feel guilty when you've done nothing wrong? It's not wrong to do what you want. So some of you need to hear that. We have resistance. So this is you maybe resisting going with the flow, because it looks like this guy is kind of halfway in the water and halfway up in the sky. So you could feel like you're caught between a rock and a hard place, or that your head is in the clouds, or you're in your emotions, or you're bottling them up so you can try to look upwards and, you know, see those dreams unfold. That's like the quote by Oscar Wilde, we're all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. And you're looking at the stars, but there's a lot of emotions that's deep within in your root. And this is the base. This is where you need to release that pain, that shame, and that guilt you feel. Don't feel guilty about wanting to be happy. And sometimes we have to make a change in order to change how we feel. So don't feel guilty about making a change. This is self-improvement, self-development, and on a very spiritual soul level. So a lot of spiritual and soul development. I love this. We do have isolation here. So this could be you going hermit mode as you are processing and progressing, is what I feel to tell you. We do have the bee spirit, sweet results away. So this is the perfect time for the sweet things to come in. But before the honey, we have to get the sting. So right now you're going through the sting, but it's all in the build up and the lead up to sort of a spiritual climax, in the sense that you're going to have a realization, a eureka moment, and it's going to be so powerful that it's going to change and shift the way you think and perceive the world around you and spirits around you. I feel like this is a groundbreaking realization. Some of you may be realizing that you're psychic, you're sensitive to spirits, you could be an empath, and sometimes that can be very isolating and lonely, because when we pick up on the energy around us, we feel it inherently. That's how deep you feel. And sometimes it can lead you to want to just close off from the world. So this spirit is saying lean in to that lone wolf mindset. Get the work done. Do what you have to do, because only you can do it, group one. But don't stay isolated. Know when to work, know when to play, and know when to rest. So some of you need to get more rest, and you will feel a lot sweeter. If you feel like things have been a little bit drab or you've been feeling cranky, it's because you need more sleepy time. Yeah, we do have spy, watching, inspecting. So I feel like this spirit is watching you. Even when you can't see them, they can see you. So it's kind of like an unfair game of hide and seek. They may have the upper hand in the spiritual realm. They can kind of see even more. But that's the thing, they're helping you awaken that third eye, and they're watching you go through this spiritual awakening. And like I said, they're cheering you on from the sidelines. We do have Hecate, the underworld. So for some of you, if you've been connecting to Hecate, this spirit could be Hecate, but this spirit represents choices. And sometimes the choice has to be yourself. Sometimes you have to go down the road less trodden in order to find your way. So you mightn't be going down the same path as all of your friends or your family members. But Hecate is saying that's okay. You can go wherever your heart and your soul desires, and you owe it to yourself to explore and pursue that and discover whatever it is you've been repressing. Dive deep into these emotions. Go down those rabbit holes, because if you're looking to discover that soul purpose, I feel like you're halfway there. You've just been reluctant to take the next step or to open up more because it's already overwhelming what you're feeling so far. But it's a healing journey as well as a spiritual awakening. Self-care, there we are. Some of you could really love aliens. This alien has the third eye chakra open and activated. So this spirit is saying be open to their guide and their presence. They're here to help you and not harm you. Don't be in fight or flight mode, even if you're used to it. It's time to relax, unwind, take care of yourself and your needs first. And I nearly lost my voice saying that. So I feel like this is very important. You need to keep yourself well rested, well cared for, moisturized and hydrated, because this is a big job and it's tough work. It's hungry work. Spiritually awakening. It's very messy and it gets very dark before you see the light, because we have to shed the old skin in order to embrace and accept our new self, our new blessings that are coming in. And you are out of this world, but until you can really see that in yourself and treat yourself, your vessel, like the treasure you are, you're cheapening yourself. So this spirit is saying you are so valuable, you are invaluable, irreplaceable. So this is why you are a priority. You are precious cargo, and they want to help protect you. They also want to help you succeed. So if you've been in a stuck place, they're saying you need to separate these things. You need to get enough time for everything. But if you haven't been taking that time for yourself or your self-care, that's what you need to do the most. It might even be hard to, talk about it and say, yeah, I'm doing this for me. Or, you might be an over-explainer. There's no need to over-explain your dreams. And some of you are more so doers than talkers. And this spirit has your back. They want to help you on your spiritual and creative ventures to the career of your dreams, but it mightn't be the regular 9-to-5 job. That's okay, because you weren't born to blend in. Don't feel like you stick out like a sore thumb. This is your power, not your weakness. So it's about shifting your perception of yourself and your superpowers. what you thought were your weaknesses are actually your superpowers. And sometimes being so intuitive and empathic can be hard, but it's for an important purpose, for you to understand yourself, the people and the world around you better, and even understand the spirit realm better, because this says underworld here. Don't be afraid of the spirits, even if they've been demonized per se. This is about finding your own perception instead of just believing what we've been told. And if people told you you weren't good enough, this is you not believing that bullshit anymore, because that's all it is bullshit. You are out of this world, not like everybody else. And this is your superpower, not your weakness. We have expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. And what were we saying? You don't need nobody's approval but yourself. You have not been past your sell-by date. In fact, you're only just beginning. And the deeper you go, I feel like the more fulfilled you will be, because you're diving deeper into what you're supposed to be doing, your divine soul purpose. You are using God's gift, and you're making those gifts work for you instead of against you. You're shifting how you perceive your own gifts. You are a gift to the world. And don't forget that. You're the gift that keeps on giving. So I feel like there may be spirits or fairies that are actually leaving you gifts. And you may see these gifts after this reading, you know, flowers or feathers, or even, you know, little bird songs just for you. It's like Mother Nature is showing how grateful she is to have you. So some of you, this could even be a motherly figure, but this spirit wants to show you how loved and valued you are, and they want to help you see that in yourself. And for some of you, it means unlocking that third eye and diving deeper into the spiritual world. But don't worry, you are divinely protected and you are very spiritually connected, and that gift is going to keep on giving, group one. So let's get you a word from the dictionary. What does the spirit want to make group one aware of? Please and thank you. Yeah, I'm looking at this page. I seen school disco here, so some of you could be going to a disco, some of you could have children that have been to a school disco, but this is about connecting to your inner child. Maybe some of you are connecting with old school friends, popcorn. Yeah, take out the popcorn, because this spiritual journey is going to be juicy AF, group one. We have the Pope. So yeah, even if your religion demonizes spirits or talking to them, that's bullshit, okay? That's an agenda that you don't need to follow. You can believe in God, but it doesn't mean you can't believe in a spiritual realm. In fact, I think the two go hand in hand. So the world has misconstrued a lot of things, so don't misconstrue you. Group one, we have poplar. So some of you could love poplar trees. We have a poppy. We have popular, populated, population, porcelain. Some of you could have very white skin, or you could collect fine china for some of you. Porch, porcupine, pore. So yeah, moisturize your skin. Pork, porous, that's liquid passing through. So I feel like some water cleansing. Porpoise, but that kind of looks like the word purpose. So yeah, this is your soul purpose. Like I said, porridge. It's making me think of the three little bears. That could be significant. Port, portable, porter, portion. So yeah, don't just take a portion. You are the whole damn meal. So don't accept, you know, the salad or the side piece, or, you know, a portion. It's all yours, baby. So you have to start believing that. Believe it. And then you will see it, and you will believe it as if by magic. You are magic. Portrait. Some of you could be getting portraits done, painting a lot. Portray. This is about how you portray yourself to yourself. Don't put up an act. Be real, raw, and vulnerable with yourself. Pose. Strike a pose. I'm hearing Vogue. Madonna. Someone could love Madonna. You are Vogue, group one, elite. Posh, position, positive, posse. Yeah, I feel like you need to have a posse. You've got a spiritual posse, that's for sure. So even if you're not popular here, you're very popular on the spiritual realm. Possess. Ooh, so yeah, this spirit, not that they want to possess you, but like I said at the start, they want to get you one way or the other. And you might be scared that they're trying to possess you, but they just want to get through to you. So don't misconstrue what that means. Yeah, and don't be too possessive with material things. This is more about the spiritual journey possible. Some of you could be possessive in relationships. Postage, some of you could be getting a letter, postbox, writing more, postcode, something about your home, the postman, post office. Some of you could be sending something or receiving a delivery, a package. So yeah, you're definitely receiving lots of spiritual gifts. Posture, some of you need to work on your posture. Make sure not to be slouching too much. Posy pot. Some of you could love the devil's lettuce or planting. I feel like gardening is going to help ground you because you're literally getting your hands in the ground, getting your hands dirty, but it actually cleanses you and grounds you. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. So yeah, don't get tongue-tied. Sometimes you can't explain it, but don't over-explain. That is the point. Don't be a couch potato. Get out there into the garden, ground yourself, hug a tree, do what you gotta do to feel like you have so much potential, group 1. Pothole, even if you trip, you can get back up again. So I'm hearing that song, I get knocked down, but I get up again. So that is very true. You get up even better, even faster, and even stronger. Potions, some of you could be making potions or just using cleansing herbs, candles, or just, spiritual cleansing rituals like in the shower, in the bath. Whatever makes you feel calm, do that. Do it your way. And pottery, some of you could be doing pottery. Poultry, chicken could be significant. Pounce. And yeah, Potter. I'm thinking of Harry Potter, so you are magic. And if you don't think so, you just need to discover a little bit more what lies beneath. So don't be afraid to dive deep. And that's what your spirit wants to say to you, group 1. So let me know down below if you resonated, what you think of this reading, who you think this spirit may be. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. That really helps get the video out there to others. And if you would like to see more pick a card readings, join my membership. I would love to have you. And there is access to plenty of juicy more readings. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope to see and connect with you all again in the next one. Until then, goodbye and God bless. Mwah. Hello and welcome to your reading, my group number 2s. If you are drawn to the second sticker, Spider Venom, welcome to the reading. So it sounded like I was about to say Velma, and immediately I started thinking of Velma from Scooby-Doo. So Scooby-Doo and his crew solved mysteries. So I feel like whoever this spirit is, they're very mysterious and they could want to help you solve a mystery, whether that's a mystery about yourself, your family, or a mystery about them. So for some of you, this could actually be a spirit coming through to try, get through to you because they need some sort of help or they're caught somewhere in between. And there's actually a really interesting story that I only listened to with my sister last night, and it's basically describing what I'm thinking of, but I will come back to that. First off, let us protect ourselves from any interferences here today. I'm bringing the energy for group 2, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. But yeah, I feel like your energy has already come through, and this energy, this spirit in particular, has already come through to you. Like I said, if it's not a mystery about yourself they want to help you solve, or, a family mystery, this could be a family member that wants to help you unveil some sort of family secrets or something that was swept under the rug. I feel like this could be a spirit that maybe something happened to them and they want a vessel to speak through, and in a way they've chosen to get through or even speak through you. So basically the story, I don't want to spoil it if any of you like Mr. Balin, Strange, Dark and Mysterious. I feel like you all do because you chose this picture here. So no surprise there, group 2. And this literally was a very mysterious story indeed. And basically this guy's wife had died, and the day he came home to find her sick, he was getting really weird looks from his neighbours when he said hello to them. And he didn't know why, but he went home and he found his wife sick, and he tried to take care of her for a day or two. She got worse. He asked a neighbour, could he use their horse and cart to bring her to the hospital? So this was obviously many years ago. This could be a spirit from many years ago, an older spirit or energy. But regardless, she died. She came home, and during the wake, a few days into the wake actually, she got up again and she was alive, but she was someone else. It was like a spirit had got into her vessel and swapped places with her as she died, and she actually lived the rest of her life as this woman, and this woman had been murdered, and she wanted to bring through what had happened to her, who had done it, and all of it turned out to be true. So yeah, I mean, our jaws were on the floor listening to the story. So the fact I thought of that straight away in Velma from Scooby-Doo, it's kind of coming together that, yeah, this spirit has a mystery that they want you to help them with. So let's see, let's get a little bit more context. Oneness and unity. I accept the oneness of all life, and I know I am one with all others on this journey. Others, some of you could live in the country. Yeah, some of you could be farmers or, you know, just be around agriculture. I support them and let them support me. Some of you could be very reluctant to accept support, reach out and ask for it. I am brave and not afraid to ask for assistance. And literally this spirit is asking you for assistance, even if they're a little bit persistent about it. I allow myself to empathize and sympathize with others, and I choose to see the love in all around me. I see everything as part of my own life, and I accept others for who they are. I find common ground with others rather than differences, as this brings harmony into my life and into theirs. So this spirit wants you to help them find harmony, because maybe they left the world and they weren't ready, and there was some loose ends that they left. So they feel like you are the one because they see themselves in you. There could be correlations when it comes to your life path, and oneness and unity. This is taking one and bringing it together. So this spirit feels very close and unified with you. So like I said, this could be a family member, or for some of you, it could be someone who you just deeply relate with, and they also relate with you, and that's why they feel like you are the one, like the one. But this is marriage in reverse, so it's kind of like inverted. Yeah, they want to unify with you in the spiritual realm, but some of you could be having issues in your marriage if you're married, and some of you could be single, and that could be why maybe they chose you, because they feel like you're there, you're one, and you know, they just need one person to get through. Yeah, and it's you. So yeah, if you've been having issues in your marriage, this spirit also wants to help you unify and patch things up. If you're single, it's like this spirit wants to support you, and they see the heavy load you've been carrying, but they can only help you in an inverted way from the spiritual side, but you can help them in the 3D side. So this is like a deal. I'm thinking of that Kate Bush song, Running Up That Hill. So that could be significant. We have star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. So this could be an ancestor of yours, even if you didn't meet them or they were before your time. I feel like they're coming through to you because so much of you aligns with them. And this is a voice in your soul. If you think you're crazy or you're making it up in your head, no, this is a soul connection on the spiritual realm. For some of you, if you had a lover or someone you were married to pass away, this is them coming through to tell you that they're still with you, but they want you to also, you know, move on if you want to, because they're in a different realm now. So yeah, some conflicting messages, but if you've been feeling conflicted with yourself, doubting yourself, no, this is the voice in your soul, and this spirit is speaking to you through your soul. So that's a very specific way to speak, and a very powerful one too. Some of you could be cat lovers. We do have the hagstone protection. Yeah, and cats are very protective. So I feel like this is a very protective spirit. They're not here to hurt you or harm you in any way. They want to unify with you, and they do want you to be protected. But maybe some of you could be afraid to listen to the call of your soul or the call of this spirit because you're afraid you're not protected. So if some of you feel the need to do protection rituals, cleansing, grounding, I feel like this is good before your spiritual work, even if it's as simple as just putting salt around the space where you pray or meditate. It's just an extra layer of protection. But yeah, it's like this is a very protective spirit, and they reveal themselves to you in layers. We also have abundance, but they're helping you reach the end of the rainbow. Yeah. So I'm also hearing somewhere over the rainbow. That's so beautiful. We have shadow. So yeah, even if they're still hiding in the shadows, they see you. Some of you could have had experiences with the hat man, or there could be a man with a hat that is significant. Yeah, because the witch is wearing a hat too. So yeah, this spirit is trying to say, even though they could be seen or perceived as strange, dark, and mysterious, once you know that they're here to protect you and to help you find that gold. But like I said, it's a deal, so they will lead you to the gold, but you have to do something for them. And you could be worried that this could be a trickster and, you know, what do they really want from me? But they're still mysterious because, like I said, they're only revealing themselves to you layer by layer. So we have traveling here. Yeah, they want you to help them travel from limbo to heaven, basically. Find the sunshine. Here comes the sun could be significant. So for some of you, a sun could also be significant. And this spirit wants to help bring you from A to B. They see the spiritual journey you're on, and they feel like this is why they resonate with you, because you are on the right path to helping them find or discover something, and they want to lead you to abundance. But it's like there's something you need to get confirmation to the bottom of. Yeah. We also have suppression. So yeah, some of you could be suppressing your own spiritual or psychic gifts because instead of embracing it, you could be a little bit scared of it. And it's about the way you perceive it. Because, for example, this symbol here, the star, you know, this is the symbol that's always used with witches in witchcraft. But people who only hear one side of the coin would think, oh, well, that's a bad symbol, or, you know, anything occult is bad or demonized. So don't demonize yourself, or this person could have been demonized, but they're actually very protective. So don't judge a book by its cover. You may feel like people judged you because of your cover, but that's the thing. Even if you come off as strange, dark, and mysterious, you are a rainbow. You are sunshine and rainbows, but you don't see that within yourself. But this spirit sees your light, and that's why they feel like you are the one that will help guide them they're coming through and they want to help you get to the end of the rainbow, and they want you to do the same for them. Yeah. So we have dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. So there's some sort of truth that they want you to discover, not only about them, but about you. And for some of you, it's giving me monarch energy. And if you've been seeing 222 a lot, or 22, this could be a sign from this specific spirit, 888. And like I said, they're saying the truth will come through, and through you also. Yeah, rising up. Yeah, because we find dragonflies in the water. So this could be a very emotional discovery. Some of you are suppressing your emotions and you'd rather, you know, go somewhere else and stay in a place that makes you uncomfortable. But this is about you finding comfort in the uncomfortable. As they say, art disturbs the comfortable and comforts the disturbed. So I feel like this is very significant for you. So even if this spirit could be seen as a disturbance, they feel like you are comforting and nurturing, and you feel like home in a way, and they want you to help lead them home, like a star in the sky, the constellations. So I feel like the stars will be sending you signs, constellations, third eye. They are coming through psychically to you, and you're opening up to this. It's like you just needed some confirmation that they're a good spirit and not a bad spirit. Maybe you misread them, or, you know, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and the reality of life is finding what resonates with you. Not everything or everyone will, but this spirit resonates with you on a soul level, a deeper level. And this is a very deep connection or bond. So you could have had a very deep spiritual connection to this person in life. And like I said, even if you didn't know them, they see themselves in you, and that's so beautiful. We have lavender, surround yourself with love. So these girls are chilling at home on the sofa, cat lovers, yeah. Candles, I feel like candles will protect you, especially white candles. And there's books here, so it's like you're doing more research on spiritual matters. You're finding what resonates with you. You're not just believing what you read or hear. You're finding out and figuring it out for yourself, testing and trying, but you're becoming more and more open to it. And this spirit will keep on revealing more in layers to you. They're in your home with you, but they're saying, don't be afraid. They're here as a comfort, like a pet. They're basically part of the furniture, because that's how deeply attached they feel to you. So they might be a bit of a clingy spirit, but they just know you are the best person to help them. And it's kind of like a scratch your back and I'll scratch yours kind of a thing, but in the spiritual realm. So it's kind of inverted, but still beautiful nonetheless. And if some of you are having a hard time in your love life, this is also a journey of self-love, and it's like by helping others, you're helping yourself, because this is part of your spiritual path. Even if you didn't choose it, it chose you. And same with this spirit. Even if you didn't choose this spirit chose you for a reason. You are the chosen one. So group 2, do what you will with that information, but they're really having faith in you, and they've got your back. They want to help you, but in return, they have something they want you to lead them to, which is to help them find the light. And just because they're not in the light, it doesn't mean they're dark, but there could be dark circumstances that you need to face the fear of, because by doing so, you'll learn more about you, and you may even solve the mystery, whatever that may be. Group 2. Ooh, so I'm very excited for you. That was a very interesting reading. So let's see. What does this spirit want to get through currently to group 2? Please and thank you, impact. So yeah, they've certainly made an impact on you, and you have made an impact on them. And look at that, immortal, living forever. So they're telling you, and they're also confirming to you that there is an afterlife. And when you're in the spirit realm, you're immortal. Once we're not in our bodies, we're immortal. We're only mortal here on earth. So this spirit is not of this world, but they still haven't fully reached the light. And that's why they need a bit of help from you. They consider you someone very dear and close to them, or even a friend. They consider you a friend. Immunized. So yeah, don't kind of protect yourself too much against the spirits, because then it's going to be harder for them to come through. Don't immunize your own abilities to the spiritual realm. We have impact, impair. So yeah, you could be feeling a little bit impaired and out of sorts, because that's how much impact this spirit has had on you. Impartial, but stay impartial. Don't judge. That's very important. Impossible, not able to be traveled along. So it's like a road. They've been on this winding road, and they're very impatient. That's why they're very, frustrating sometimes, because there's something important they want to get off their chest, but it's not as easy as that. So they're finding ways to connect with you. Yeah, different ways, trying and tested methods. So yeah, they want to travel along, and they found you in their travels. Imperative. So this is very important or urgent. What was I saying? This spirit is very imperative, very persistent, imperceptible, too small or gradual to be noticed. So like I said, layer by layer, and now it's becoming more obvious. So if you were ignoring it before, you can't ignore it now. You did click on this video for a reason, and there's no such thing as coincidence. Imperfect. Yeah, this person may not have been perfect in their life, but they're saying don't judge them for that. It's all getting messy here. So yeah, there's some sort of messy situation. Imperial, empire, or its rulers. Impersonal, so not showing emotions or personal feelings. So yeah, that's the thing. It's about taking an objective look at something. Don't let your feelings get in the way. Impersonate. Yeah, I feel like some of you are afraid this is a trickster. Impertinent, not showing respect. So if a spirit ever is disrespectful to you, then, why should you do a favor? But same to you, don't diss or disrespect the spirits, because, hey, that's my advice. Impetuous, acting too quickly. Yeah, but don't be rash. Take your time, and, this is a process, and it can go at your own pace. Implement. So a tool, they're trying to find different tools to get through to you. So some of you could be spiritual workers or have your own tools. If not, you could find your own tools, your own ways. You don't even need anything in your hand to feel this energy. It's about trusting in your intuition. Implement, implication. Yeah, if you're afraid of the implications, listen, sometimes we do get nervous when it comes to big discoveries, but do not despair, because sometimes you'll find that you're right where you need to be at the right time. And this is what this situation feels like. Impolite. So yeah, it's about staying polite and respecting each other's boundaries, even if this is a deal. Import. This could be someone who is not from the same country as you, or the same place, or the same time, space and time. But in the spiritual realm, that doesn't exist. So yeah, you're seeing all these contrasts. Imply. Important. There's important again. Impose. They don't want to impose, but they kind of are, because they feel like this is important. Imposing. Impossible. You might feel like this is an impossible mystery to solve, but aren't those the ones that always keep us coming back? So this person just keeps coming back to you. And I keep saying person, so there could be someone in your life that keeps coming back to you, this energy, this spirit, but they're saying they were a person too. So don't judge them, even if they did something wrong. There was some sort of wrong done to them. Yeah, imposter. So if you've been suffering from imposter syndrome, yeah. So the dictionary hit me in the face, so they're like, don't be feeling like that, because you are the real deal. Don't be feeling like you're not. Ooh, so yeah, this could be a very strict energy. Impractical, impress, impression. We have imprison, improbable, improper, improve, improvise. So it's like you've just been put on the spot and you have to improvise, but don't worry. Something about rudeness, impulse, impure, inability, inaccessible. So far this spirit has felt like other people have been inaccessible when they've tried to reach them, and they've gotten inaccurate information. You are the chosen one for a reason. Inactive, inadequate, don't feel inadequate, inanimate, not living or moving. So this is a spirit that has passed on, and they weren't ready to go. Whatever way that was, they were not ready to leave you, or they weren't ready to leave the earth. Inattentive, you have to pay attention. Incapable, inaudible, not able to be heard. Yeah, this spirit has been crying out, and it's like you're the only one who stopped to listen. Wow. Everyone else has been incapable. Incense, that could help you. Some of you may need to cleanse with incense. Incentive, so it encourages a person to do something. So this spirit has an incentive and a deal when it comes to you. An incident, an inch. It's like you give an inch, they take a mile though. So yeah, spiritual boundaries, keep them in place, incite. So encourage someone to do something wrong. Yeah. So that's the thing, you know, we can incite violence or we can incite the wrong things. So it's about being excited, but not incited. You don't do the wrong thing, but it's like something went wrong and they're looking at you as the one who is going to fix it in one way or the other. Incinerator. Yeah, so something was burned, the truth was burned, and they're looking for you to solve a mystery. But don't be imprisoned in your own mind, and sometimes our first impressions aren't always right. So, don't judge, because when we take our emotions out of it, sometimes that's when the truth really gets revealed. So thank you so much for being here. Let me know down below if you resonated with this reading. I know it's very specific, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe. That really helps the channel. Let me know down below who you think this was, because that's very interesting. And I hope to see and connect with you all again in the next one. If you'd like more juicy pick a card readings, you can access all of them in my membership section. And goodbye and God bless. Mwah. Hello and welcome to your reading group number 3. So if you were drawn to the third card, the fungi cordial, you are here in the right place. So this says for flavoring, use 5 drops per cup. Some of you could be seeing 333, 555. This is a sign from the spirit that is with you. Oh, you may be afraid of things like evil spirits, but this spirit is coming through to say that they're very authentic. Some of you could be very, living on a raw diet or very health orientated. And I feel like this spirit is coming through to help give you that nurture by nature that you need. They're saying they're very authentic and not to worry. So let's spray some protection mist here today for group number 3, and let's bring in their energy. So first off, group 3, we have the 6th chakra, third eye chakra, mindfulness. I am aware of my thoughts and I ask myself, are they uplifting and are they true? I do this because I know that my thoughts significantly affect my mental, emotional, and physical health, and because I know that my body believes everything that I believe. So everything you say to yourself, your mind believes. Everything you put in your body is speaking to your body on a subconscious level. So you're being very conscious about what you're putting into your mind, your body, your soul, and whatever is not feeling right or you're not resonating with, you're kind of second guessing, thinking, well, do I actually need this for my higher purpose? And I feel like this spirit that's with you, they want to help you bring awareness to your higher purpose. But first, we need some mindfulness, because before the answers come, we need to have the clear mind, the clear thoughts, the clear energy. So yeah, this is meditation and cleansing and grounding. I am not in control of all situations that come my way, nor am I in control of what others do and say. However, I do have free will as to how I respond. I choose to respond to all situations from an enlightened position rather than just reacting. So yeah, this spirit is actually coming in to help you to not just react or ever freak out or wig out. This is a very calm and collected spirit, kind of monk-like with how peaceful their energy is. They're like, yeah, I'm no evil spirit. I come in peace, group 3. So it's making me think of kind of a Bob Marley kind of an energy. Someone who was very open-minded, who loved natural healing. In fact, this person could have, not been a fan of traditional medicines, etc., and they preferred to do things their own way or the alternative way. And they're telling you that if you don't know what way to go right now, you don't need the answer. You just need to have the space to think, create, reflect, and plan, but take your time. You're in no rush. I'm actually thinking of those jellyfish from that film Shark Tale. It was like a cartoon of the fish, and the two jellyfish are just so chill. They're like, yeah, it's all cool. It's all cool. So this spirit is giving that same energy. It's all cool, group 3, and they think you're cool. And this person seemed like a pretty cool cat themselves when they were here. So we have spring. Your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. So some of you could be seeing butterflies or moths, and this is a sign from your spirits, your spirit guides. They want to help you awaken your inner child. They want you to be mindful of how you speak to yourself. So are you speaking to yourself in a way that you wouldn't speak to a child? For example, are you very harsh and critical and mean to yourself? Imagine saying that to a really young toddler. Imagine how upset they'd feel. You're literally crushing their dreams by, being mean or being cruel. So this spirit is saying, well, why would you say things like that to yourself if you wouldn't say it to a child? If you wouldn't say it to someone you love dearly? You need to love yourself just as dearly, my dear. So, they're very chill, but they're very adamant that, hey, don't you be hard on yourself, because that's making your whole life harder. They want to help you bring in and manifest these new energies, and you mightn't see it straight away, but I feel like they're the light, they're the butterfly. They're showing you that throughout all this pain and suffering that's going on in the world, you can still create beautiful things, and beautiful things still exist, but you have to remind yourself of that. Sometimes the world can get so chaotic and overwhelming that it's hard to stop and think and be mindful and to be kind, or to be, thoughtful, not only of ourselves, but of others too. And this spirit wants to come in and help you really, take control of your thoughts, and also know that kindness costs nothing, and that applies to you just as much as it applies to you being kind to other people, because I feel like you've no problem with that, but when it comes to yourself, you can be maybe harsh, self-critical, and that inner child needs a bit of TLC. We also have the great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. So I feel like some of you are connecting with God, with Jesus. This is making me think of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit with this imagery. And it's like you're going to have a spiritual experience that really affirms, reinstates, or even makes you believe in God. Some of you don't. There's people of all kinds of religions here, and we welcome every one of them. And it's about being open-minded and welcoming. And it's about knowing that you can respond calmly to a situation instead of reacting and being triggered. Don't be triggered by anyone else, their life path, their beliefs, because this ghost has come through to tell you that this is what your experience is. This is how you're perceiving it, and these messages are meant for you. So by accepting yourself and accepting other people in the world, you're kind of reaffirming your faith in the world, in God, in the Fibonacci sequence. And you're seeing how everything is connected with Mother Nature, but also how everyone is connected. So instead of seeing the differences, you're seeing what is unified in everyone, and that's you being mindful and kinder to the world, the people around you, and kinder to yourself. It starts with yourself, and God can sometimes translate to I am. I'm not sure in which language. If you know, let me know down below. But that's the thing. You're seeing and seeking God within yourself. You're not just accepting what's been told to you. You're finding your own faith. You're finding your own connection personally with God. And God comes in many forms, many different names, whatever way you resonate with that, whatever God or gods you believe in. You're getting signs, affirmations, confirmations. Who's to say only one thing can be true? So you're not just judging and, overlooking any other possibilities. You're not getting triggered. And by not being triggered, you're seeing that, wow, actually, now that I've seen it from this perspective, maybe I don't just think this or think that. Maybe many things can be true at the same time, even if they're contrasting, contradicting, as above, so below. But, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, it's all in one. And it's like the message the Spirit has is it's all in you, and they live within you. So it's actually making me think of that song from The Lion King. They live in you, or he lives in you. But so does the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. He, whatever way you identify with that or with God, he's within you and he lives in you. So the scene I'm thinking about is the one where Simba is seeing his father in the clouds. And yeah, just that song started playing in my mind. I don't know who sings it. But yeah, I feel like this is actually the Holy Ghost, group 3, that is connecting with you, and it's helping you to establish your own beliefs, your own way. And that's the thing. If life is a game, group 3, you is going to play your own way and you're going to win it, because if you tell yourself that's true, so mote it be. Your mind, your body believes everything. So be careful. Don't feed your body or your mind misinformation, and be open-minded to all possibilities, because sometimes there's not just one way or one set truth, and that's okay. Some things will always be a mystery, but we choose what ones we want to dive into. So we have forager, self-reliance. I feel like some of you, this could be a mother figure, or an auntie, a sister, a friend, but we can have more than one spirits with us, and it's kind of giving that contrasting energy. It doesn't matter what your gender is, because this is a universal law that applies to everyone. So, this could even be a lesson about, things like karma, even, reincarnation. It's like bringing traditions back. Foraging would be something that people would have done many years ago when there wasn't convenience. So this is about you not just taking the easy way or the convenient way. And even if it's inconvenient for other people, this could be a slow process, but you do things your own way. And it's like you're looking back to the past and seeing that now that everything is so modern and everything is so convenient, we're losing the point of a lot of spiritual sacred things. We're forgetting about God, and this is like God reminding you that he's here, he's within you, but it may not come in the way we've been taught, because sometimes, the old ways or, the sacred ways are more effective. Now everything is so fast and access and excess that it's easy to forget what the ultimate point is. So this spirit wants to help you really find the point and the purpose in your life, because you are not you are not pointless. You have a divine purpose. Yes. So yeah, anguish, don't look down, look up and see the light. The magic is in your hands. We have unicorn. You are magical. I'm also hearing MGMT, electric feel. I'm burning up. Whoa, compromise. So look at your relationships and ask yourself, am I the one having to compromise, or, are they compromising? Some of you could be LGBT. Some of you, this could be a sibling, or just someone who is like a reflection of you. This spirit is showing you that there's two sides to every story, every truth, every coin, as above, so below. And it's unifying your faith, not only in yourself, but in something bigger, in magic, in God. And who's to say the two things don't go hand in hand? Because those hands look pretty magical to me. And Jesus was known to work miracles, but we can't see miracles if we're not looking for them, if we're not open to them. If we don't believe in miracles, well, how the hell are they ever going to come true? And if we believe in magic and miracles, we can't just say, okay, well, if I don't see it, I don't believe in it. It's a gradual process. And that's the thing, you're reawakening that inner child. You're seeing that light. You're seeing how life is a cycle and it all moves in perfect timing, and you're here at the right time. But you should not have to compromise your time, your energy. You should not be the only one sacrificing. Jesus did sacrifice himself for our sins, but why? So you don't have to sacrifice. So you can have the choice, so you can be self-reliant. Jesus died so we could all have the choice what side of the coin we play on. And that's the thing, not everything is so black and white. When it comes down to how we're judged, it's basically our heart is weighed against the feather of truth on the scales, the justice, the balance. So yeah, karma. And that's the thing. If you've been a good person and you've done good, you've nothing to worry about. But that's the thing, if you're self-loathing, self-sabotaging, well, that's a one-way street. And it's like God wants to show you that, look up, there's always another way, a better way. And this is your own spiritual journey, your own personal relationship with God, with the world. And your relationship with the world, with God, affects your relationship with yourself, but they're all unified and connected. And you have two sides. We can also embrace our dark sides and be a good person. That might sound contradicting, but you can be dark, but you can be a unicorn. So I feel like you know what I'm talking about. But don't, have this deep-seated belief that it can't happen, it won't happen, not for you. Because, as I said, deep-seated beliefs, they can impact and last for generations in the future. But what if you planted love and success and faith? So this is about your faith being restored and you restoring faith in others. I love this. We have the white raven spirit, trust in the magic. You are magical. And that's the thing. Not everyone understands that there's black magic, there's white magic, and this is the white raven spirit. So you're the good kind of magical, but it doesn't mean the bad kind doesn't exist. But it's like you're inadvertently cursing yourself by speaking negatively to yourself, by believing everything is negative in your life or in the world. I just seen a little hair there. So yeah, it's like look up and take those arms away. He's in a protective pose, the fetal position, but it's about opening up and breathing life into your heart, your soul, your faith in yourself. Yeah. So I was in a flow, but I lost the flow. So even if you felt like you lost your flow, your mojo, it will come back. It's like there's something that's in the way of the flow. I'm hearing Something in the Way by Nirvana. But yeah, I mean, by feeling like all magic is bad, you're not allowing yourself to see how magical you really are and the good you can do in the world. Yeah. So yeah, I just totally lost my flow and I kind of don't know where to go. So if you feel a bit, what do I do now? What do I do next? Well, it's the right time to reconnect with your faith, with your magic, and you're doing it for yourself in your own way. And it can't be done for you, so don't make a compromise. It should be whatever way you want it. We have integration, union. So I feel like the birds will be sending you a lot of messages. We've so many birds here, up there in the tree, the white raven, all these birds in the background, the Holy Spirit, butterflies, mushrooms. So yeah, this is your natural magic, and you're unifying yourself with your magic, with God. I feel like if you're in a relationship, your relationship will only get stronger as your connection with spirit, with God, with your magic, it goes from strength to strength. So does your relationships, because you see how sacred all of it is, how magical and beautiful the world is, instead of how dark and depressing it is. It can be both at the same time, but it's like you still have to choose to have faith, even in a world that feels faithless sometimes. Yeah. We have throne. Your potential is endless. And look, there's 3. So I feel like 333 will be very significant. 666 also. And, don't think that that's a scary thing, because 666 is also an angel number. And, demons are fallen angels. So don't demonize yourself. Even if you've fallen, you're just a fallen angel. You can get back up. You can find that light. Yeah. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Even if you're not Catholic or Christian, this is you seeing that magic comes in many different forms. Faith comes in many different forms. And you, group 3, you come in so many different forms. Your potential is endless. Don't sleep on yourself. Don't get in your own way. Don't be afraid to open the floodgates, because it will all flow. But if there's been something you've been repressing or hiding from, it's time to really just go there, face it. And it's like this will help you access your own inner magic. Yeah. Go with the flow, go with the fate. Don't get triggered. You are just getting more and more magical, because you are seeing it for yourself, within yourself. I love this. So what does the spirit with group 3 want to tell them right now? 1 page spirit. Ooh, so a penknife is what I'm drawn to right away. We have pavement. I'm hearing Chasing Pavements by Adele. Paw, some of you could be animal lovers. Pawn, you're not a pawn. You are the queen in the chess game. No matter what your gender is, we all know the queen is the most powerful. So you're a queen, not a pawn. And don't let nobody make you be a pawn in their game. Don't compromise for anyone. So that's a very clear message this spirit wants to get through to you. Payment. If you're having financial woes or worries, meditate, reflect on that. Tell yourself you are rich, you are wealthy, because sometimes you have to believe it before you see it, and not the other way around. So we have PE. Some of you need more exercise. PC. Some of you could be very good on a computer, but this is like your personal relationship with God, and your brain is like your own personal computer. Program it with good things, and if you have to reprogram it, so be it. You're finding your own way, not just trusting the information. You're doing your own research, collecting your own data, and you are making some soul searching discoveries and groundbreaking discoveries. Some of you could actually be scientists. Peace. Didn't I tell you? The spirit is like, I come in peace monk-like in their energy. So peaceful. Peach. Some of you could like Peach as peacock. This person could be very bold, fabulous, a show-off. They're telling you, you don't be afraid to be a peacock either. I'm hearing Peacock by Katy Perry. Peak. They're helping you reach your spiritual peak. Peanut. Someone could love peanuts. Someone else could have a peanut allergy. Peasant. You're not a peasant. You're a queen. You're not a pawn or a peasant. You're a queen. Start thinking like it. Or a king. Whatever you resonate with. Find what you resonate with. And it's certainly not the peach, pebble, peck. So yeah, the birds. Birds peck things. Birds will be sending you signs, peckish. Something about your diet. You're changing it for the better. You're feeding your body and mind things that resonate with you. Just because it works for everybody else, don't mean it's going to work for you. You are a special kind, group 3. Peculiar. Yeah, and you might find this all peculiar, but hey, sometimes the most peculiar things are the most interesting, right? Pedal. You're pedaling forward. Pedestrian. Pedigree, peddler, from house to house. Selling things. So some of you like to create and craft. Some of you want to sell things, but you don't want to kind of peddle your work either. But you are a pedigree. Yeah, so you can't just do what all the mutts do, right? Or all the peasants. Nuh-uh. We have peel, peep. So yeah, it's like you've only had a peep at just how groundbreaking this discovery is. So this is a very sacred and spiritual energy. Pier, peg, pelican. So another bird. Pallet, pelt, pen, penalty. I'm hearing like penance. So if some of you have regrets, maybe some of you feel like you want to, go to confession, but it's like just get it off your chest. Forgive yourself. And that's the start of all being forgiven. Yeah, so maybe someone needs forgiveness. Pencils. Some of you could be writers, painters. You could be great at art. Pendant, pendulum. So yeah, and the pendulum can swing both ways. And the pendulum is very spiritual. That's how ghosts communicate. And yeah, the Holy Spirit ain't no different. Penetrate. So yeah, it's like within you. Pen friend. Someone could have a pen pal. Penguin, penicillin. Yeah, this was a breakthrough discovery at the time, and you're having your own breakthrough discovery. Peninsula, penis. Okay, so even though basically this has been kind of male-centered, the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit, it's like if we're inverting this applies to all, because Mother Nature, it's like, Mother Nature's womb, we are birthed into this world, but it's about honoring the masculine and honoring the feminine. Both sides of yourself, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So you are getting both sides of yourself in balance. Penknife, penniless. Yeah, so if you've been feeling broke, it's about getting out of that broke mentality. We have penny, pension, pensive, thinking hard and quietly about something. So you are going to be very pensive because this is a lot to think about. Pentagon. Okay. So yeah, group 3. Some of you could have a pendant, and some of you may feel like if you want some extra protection, maybe a cross may help, or, pendants and, symbols, they can speak. Whoa! Load! Oh my God. Ooh. And, even as I said that, I was, I took the Lord's name in vain. So it's kind of about, not doing that. It can happen unintentionally, but it doesn't mean we're bad. It just means we're still figuring it out. Like I said, don't inadvertently curse yourself, and sometimes we can. So speak nicely to yourself and, the sacred divine, even when we fall, we can get up again, and we just have to ask for forgiveness. So I'm sorry, God, for taking your name in vain. And group number 3 deserves all of the blessings and the peace that this world has to offer. But sometimes it starts from within. And hey, once you dive in there, you might even find just what you've been looking for this whole time. So thank you. This has been the longest reading, so I feel like you really needed this message. I'm still burning up. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this, if you resonated, how you feel this spirit was trying to get through to you, who you think it may be. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you go. That really helps my channel. And I hope to see and connect with you all again in the next one. If you'd like to see more unfiltered pick a card readings, you can find plenty over at the membership section. And I hope to see and connect with you all again in the next one. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah.